This is how Cai Fan became so common in Singapore. See, Cai Fan is one of my favorite go-to meals and it's commonly found in everywhere and anywhere in Singapore. But I've always been wondering, how did Cai Fan become so popular? So I did a quick search online and found that Cai Fan is essentially rice with home-cooked dishes, and many Southeast Asian communities have it. For example, we've got the nasi padang and the nasi campur, which is the Malay and Indonesian concept of Cai Fan. And since rice is a staple in Southeast Asia, we can say that Cai Fan is a byproduct of our eating habits, which means that it's something that happens naturally and doesn't have an origin story. But I'm not really satisfied with this story, because I believe that there must be a story behind how it became so popular, or at least common. And as I was doing my research, I found this article on how COVID-19 has changed the consumption of food in Hong Kong. And that led me to something I remember reading when I was in my secondary school history lesson. This. See, the idea of having cheap, affordable, and nutritious food was a solution in Singapore to fight its food shortages during its post-war period.
By Japan.
In the late 1940s, we were still under the British military administration for a few years. And because it was post-war, Singaporeans were going through a tough time. They were poor and hungry because of the food shortages. And this is the first restaurant that came out which sells a 35-cent meal, which is exactly what mixed rice is. Although there were only two options, I believe this was where Cai Fan, also known as economic rice, got started. And the reason why I think this is the point of origin for the modern day Cai Fan in Singapore is because of a few factors. Number one, it's the way it's being served. Now here is an account of how it was being served back then. Customers would enter a queue with a ticket pass to a serving counter where the complete meal is then handed to him in a mess tin or enamel plate by the server in exchange for his ticket. And it's just like how Cai Fan is being served today. Point number two, similar business models. It's proven success of the People's Restaurant. There were more People's Restaurant sprouting out in Singapore. However, post-war Singaporeans were too poor to even afford a 35-cent meal. That's when the Social Welfare Department stepped in, establishing the People's Kitchen, which is made to supply a large number of ready-cooked meals in bulk, selling at only 8 cents. And of course, within 6 months, more than 1 million meals were served to the hungry public, which is very similar to modern-day economic rice business model. Economies of scale, where the food is cooked in bulk and they have affordable labors to serve the hungry customers. And point number three, this is the point of evolution. In 1947, Social Welfare Department announced the success of its feeding schemes in Singapore. Things were getting better, people were getting more well-off, and were able to have larger portions and options for better dishes. Now with the increase of variety and options, the price range has also increased from 8 cents, 35 cents, to even 50 cents a meal. So with these factors, I believe that's how economic rice, also known as Cai Fan, has taken off in Singapore. Which leads me to think that economic rice or Cai Fan played an important role in Singapore's nation building. So the next time you have your economic rice or Cai Fan, do remember this. Alright, that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!